Anyway, guys, let's do the emails, shall we? Marvel Rivals is ruining a 12-year friendship.
Okay.
Now, I've been playing a little bit of Marvel Rivals, and I've loved it. I've been playing as Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, yes.
Because he stretches and he has grey hair on the side. So that's me. I feel like if I walked around a con dressed up as him and we filmed it, I would rip 10 million views on TikTok because I look very long and I've got the grey sideburns. And in the game, he's got a beard now. He's never had a beard in the comics.
I started reading the comics after the trailer came out.
Oh, you started reading Fantastic Four. I've never read... Yeah. The only thing I know about Fantastic Four are their names. I don't know anything about... I know their names and their powers and like Doctor Doom. They're one of the only comic book teams I pretty much know nothing about other than... I don't think I've even watched all the films.
I just got the app.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. Anyway, go on.
Marvel Rivals is ruining a 12-year friendship. Hey, Lewis, my friend and I have been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals recently. My friend lives out of state, so we play almost every night because we are not able to physically hang out with each other. However, he's begun to get overly toxic on the game. He tells people things like, I hope your mum dies or I hope you get cancer. Oh my God. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we're playing ranked or just quick play casually. He's always quick to say some of the most abhorrent stuff I have ever heard. He's also one of the biggest crybabies I've ever met, constantly complaining about his team, even if he is the reason we're also losing. Because of this, my other friends do not want to play with us. They tell me they don't want to work their 9-to-5 job just to get off the game and get bitched at by this unemployed bum who is on the game all the time.
Jesus.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this type of toxic behavior has always been around, but it's so much more common, and the games themselves actually cultivate that. Because back in my day, when I played I was playing Counter-Strike 1.6, dude. Like the OG. I would go to the internet cafe with my primary school friends, and we would play Counter-Strike 1.6, and we would play Dota when it was a mod of Warcraft 3. Right? That's how OG I am, right? When every single game had a server browser and custom servers, and there was no ranking system, and there was no competitive ranking system that wasn't like officially organized by the community outside of the game, where you had to like drive to an event and play against people that were considered pros or wanted to become pro, right? So every game you would have like a really good mix of skills in the game. You would have people like me that were like really good back in the day. I'm washed now. It's over. All right. Anyone who's like 15 to 21, this is as good as you're ever going to be. You're going to be fucking, when you hit 30, when you finish your job, you're going to come home to relax on the game, and then some fucking 16-year-old is going to dunk on you, and you're going to be at the bottom of the leaderboard, and then he's going to say uninstall, and it's going to really get to you. But you have to remember that you were once that kid, and I was as well, right? But before all of this ranked bullshit, every server had a good mix. So you would have like a couple like real good people at the top of the scoreboards, and then everyone else would kind of average out. With these ranked games, especially with Marvel Rivals, with the ranked games where it's like teams of 5v5 or 6v6, I can't remember, everyone is sorted into roughly the same skill level. So everyone, if it's doing its job right, is as good as the other people on their team and who they're playing against. So every game is like challenging. And it makes it fucking toxic because every single game you get a message that says you're good or you're bad. You're moving up the ladder or down the ladder. I don't want to be on a ladder when I'm fucking opening up a video game. I don't want to be like I get enough of that shit looking at my analytics on YouTube. You know, every single time I open up a game and I finish a game, whether I win or lose, it's like, all right, now you're moving up, now you're moving down. And it puts you, when you start to get good, because I'm okay at Marvel Rivals, I haven't played for a while, but I'm okay. But like when you're okay at a game, you start moving up the ranks, and when you get to like above average, everyone in there is a fucking tryhard who's trying to get to the top. And it fucking sucks, dude, because you might be on there to have fun. They're on there to win. And if they don't win, they're having a bad time. So many people can't play these games and enjoy them unless they win. And even then, the enjoyment doesn't come until the final second where they get the win. It's like every single fucking game is the Championship World Cup, and it's the most important thing ever. And the game incentivizes that. Like, I know that with Call of Duty, they've literally built in like a reward circuit into the matches where the game quite literally intentionally will place you in a few games in a row where you're the best player because they know where everyone's skill level is. So they'll give you like 3 games in a row where you're just a fucking god, or you're just killing it. You're absolutely crushing it. And then it'll give you 4 in a row where you're getting stomped. And it's like, fuck, I got to get back to, I know I can. And it's like fucking with your brain. And it's all to keep you on the game so that you buy skins. I have not had this much fun on a video game in years, but playing with my friend is not an enjoyable experience. Yeah, it's a really fun game if you're not playing with people like that. He's sucking the fun out of this game that I love to play. I would appear offline and solo queue, but he's the type of person to look at my game history and see that I was playing without him. Oh my God. He was raised in a household full of women, so he has very womanly tendencies. And he's a bitch!
His womanly tendencies, in what way?
He would take my appearing offline and playing with him as an attack.
Ah.
Keelan was raised in a household full of women.
I was.
Yeah. And you can tell. What are you going to do? Write about that in your diary? Huh? Yeah, I don't think it's because he was raised in a house full of women. He just sounds like a fucking loser.
Yeah.
And insecure, and he has nothing going on in his life. So he has to win, and he has to control you. This message has been proofread with Apple Intelligence, so any complaints you have with punctuation or spelling, you can take up with Apple. Mate, it was actually formatted brilliantly. Could you tell that I enjoyed reading that?
Sorry, is that the whole message?
Yes. Yeah, look, you can't play with people like this. They suck. They're insufferable. And you know what? This guy lives out of state, so just stop playing with him. Like literally, you got to tell him. And I've had friends like this. I remember when I was in high school, there was a guy that we liked him at school, but as soon as we got on the game, he was the most argumentative, fucking toxic person. That if you messed up, it was the worst thing ever. If he messed up, it was everyone else. And you can't have fun unless you're winning. All that bullshit that just stresses you out. We literally just told him, hey man, we don't want to play unless you want to have fun. If the only thing you want to do is win, you need to find a group of competitive players. Like, surely you can, you know what you got to do? You got to feed his ego a little bit. You got to go, hey man, you're so good at this game. I think you could go pro. And we're holding you back because we don't want to win as much as you. So you need to go out there and find your people. I don't know, man. You just got to be honest and say, dude, love ya, but I hate playing with you because it sucks. If you can only have fun when you want to win, I got a job. I play to have fun and de-stress. I'm not going to go pro. Winning's nice, but I'm here to have fun. The most fun I've ever had on video games is when we have lost in a spectacular way, or something stupid has happened, or a friend made a dumb mistake and we just dunked on him for it and we're all laughing about it. Dunking on him because it's funny, not because we're upset that he's cost us the game. Like, you're playing a fucking comic book game, dude. Relax. You got to honestly, this is up to you, man. You got to tell him. You're going to say, me and all my friends have been talking. We don't enjoy the way that you... Because it's not even about the game. Like, if he was doing this to you in real life, you would be like, hey, man, you're being really rude. Like, the reason he's doing this is because you're separated by a screen. You got to say, it's not even about the game. You got to say, hey, man, when we play this game with you, you're really rude to us and mean, and we don't like it. So we're not going to play with you if you talk to us like that.
Send this to him.
Yeah, send this to him. All right.
I think we have to.
We got a wrap? All right. I'll save this email for next episode. Your podcast almost got me fired from work and ruined my friendships.
Oh.
And it's a hefty one. So we'll save that for next episode.
Damn.
We've got to continue on Patreon. And I don't want to say too much, but we have a banger video coming that will hopefully be out next week. We'll see how long it takes us.
But
It's like Keelan literally flew down from Canberra so that we could do this video together in the same
spent
room.
4 days working nonstop on it.
Yeah.
And it's not even half done.
Yes, and we're able to do that because of Patreon. So if you would like to support not only this show, but like the really big videos that Keelan and I love to make, jump over on Patreon. All of the annual members, your rewards are being sent out. We've got them. They're so cool. And I cannot wait to see you guys with your pins. And we've got a Discord server and a giant backlog of Patreon podcasts that come out every single week. So if you want to support the show and hang out with a cool community of people, check out the Patreon. All right, I'm Lewis Spears, lewispears.com. Come see me live. And I hope you have a shit one. Bye.